Alright boys, a minor beep upon you. So the prejudging of the Kuwait Pro just ended, so we'll have a very first look at what happened. This was pretty much 10 minutes prior to the show, backstage. They were all oiled up and tanned. This is Big Ramy. Hakeem. Brandon Curie. Dexter Jack. Ben Pakulski, Joshua Koala, Bonak. That is what is up. So let's take a look at the first report actually. Spoke yesterday lengthily to Mr. Joshua. He's planning probably to take a long off season. He confessed to me that he was not a big fan of rows, you know, rowing for the back. But that is about to be changed tremendously, but then he should, right? Nathan D. Asha, the prophecy, mysteriously is next to a guy called the prodigy, named Brandon Curie. Well, in my case, I call Nathan the prodigy rather, and not the prophecy, because this guy is about to blow, right? Same stage in a sense, same league as Joshua. These guys are not out of the oven as of yet. Josh, I hope he will take that year of break. Look at him. This was last week. When I saw this picture, I did not recognize him right away because I forgot that he shaved his head. And I was like, bro, I mean, this European guy. I thought it was like an unknown European guy. I said, bro, this Euro guy is absolutely to be saluted. Proper matrix to be a monster. Proportions are just fine. And this back can be masterful. It's just a proper matrix on the back, the lats are low, the chunks are there, waiting to be developed. So we spoke lately, lengthily yesterday, me and Josh, and we spoke mainly about his back. Because his curse, he looks like Dorian in the front lat spread and in several other cues, but when he turns, it's still not Dorian-esque, not even close, not even close. As a matter of fact, if he becomes Dorian from the back, he will not be able to do those kind of cute classical poses from the back. I guarantee you it will be just too big for him to allow to do that. We have Boo Bunder next to a guy who was very close to him in points and in comparison in sense, although he does not resemble him, Mr. Bonak. We have also Victor Martinez, another side poses, maybe his biggest arms in the business right now, biggest triceps in that of Rolly Winkler, of course. Okay, you can see them doing battle here. There we go.
See this, I mean, William Bonak doing battle, Bo Vander, Rolly Winkler.
Displayed. Sean Roden, interestingly enough, I think he's better than last week. Absolutely better than last week, this guy. I'm eager to see his placing, but from the back, definitely more details, more crisp. This gentleman. Proceed, haha. Well, shall we, in a sense, right? Big Ramy doing some posing. Quite frankly, the pictures are scarce, so I cannot assess if he's better than last week. That what's up, but needless to say, he is still in the same league as last week, meaning he is in the big side. So it does not resemble the prejudging of Mr. Olympia, which was absolutely mediocre, if you ask me. There is Boo Bunder doing battle with the top 3 guys. As I mentioned to you, Sean Roden looks, actually, I watched the video live, he was definitely crisper than last week. So I'm eager to see if he will bypass Big Ramy and even Dexter, right? Dexter is Dexter. I was chatting today with Phil Heath, actually. He said, bro, he actually dislikes doing these tours after Mr. Olympia. That's why he is not there, because he can go there and collect the checks. He's Mr. Olympia. He will pretty much beat everybody. But he dislikes doing that, so he steps aside and let these guys do battle. Me and Phil Heath were talking about how people and how all of us compare Dexter Jackson always with his old self. We benchmark him on his best version ever, right? And it will be the case today. Same goes with Phil Heath. I told him, bro, it's like a mixed blessing you winning this year, because you set up a high level that you need always to at least match it or better it? We will always compare 2016. He said, yes, bro. So this was big Ramy as well. Definitely on the big side. Definitely on the big side. Sorry, those are live messages from Kuwait we're receiving. It will be good content. So if you want to watch what I'm receiving, go to my Instagram, right? So big Ramy is definitely on the big side. His way to be. His way to. You see this matrix there? It's funny to say. I mean, the best. I mean, the biggest back ever, and the largest ever. I think it's, well, it is definitely larger than that of Dorian Yates. I think it's even larger than Ronnie. But that back is not out of the oven as of yet. By no means. It's just a proper matrix waiting to be developed. Will we ever see it? Hopefully. If all goes well, in about 2 years, it will be a sight to be seen, and it might just be the craziest back ever. He has what it takes. But to be honest, it's just not... it is sufficient to be top 3 in the world, right? But not out of the oven. You see that Chris Mystery is not Dorian-esque. It's not in the Ronnie Coleman realm as of yet. But believe me, it will actually. So HD pictures right now. But prior to that, let's salute this unknown guy from India. The neck is absolutely overrated. Neck day, not even once. Who needs neck, bro? Proceed, haha, shall we? So HD pics. As I mentioned, Boobander was doing battle next to Bonac, very close in the placing, right? Don't get me wrong, they don't look alike. I mean, the metrics are quite different. Bonac is kind of a small fill heat from the front, roundness everywhere, just balls coming at you. His only, let's say, weak point at his level is the back, which is average, but at the highest level, it needs to be freaky 3D. And 3D, that's all he can do. It cannot be large, it cannot be wide, because the clavicle, in the same fashion as Phil Heath, are rather not wide, right? So up there in the shoulders, there is no widthness. So the only thing he can do eventually is bring the 3D effect coming at you from the back. Will he achieve that? I don't know, because pretty much Phil Heath is the only guy and the first guy who was able to do that. How he did it, I don't know, right? But these two guys are quite close. We'll see which one will step forward. Again, as I mentioned, balls. I mean, this guy is saturated from the front. There's no void whatsoever. He cannot overgrow this. It is just completeness, efficiency from the front. Bonac is absolutely two-piece looted. He's the bulldog. He's the today's era Momo Ben Aziza, the giant killer in his own right. Guys taller than him are doing battle in the 212 category. This guy has not only balls, but he has roundness and balls everywhere to collide with the big guys at the open. HD pick again, back lat spread. Roden is slightly better than last week, admittedly slightly. Will it be enough? We'll see how it goes. Dexter, I need to see more detail. Dexter is Dexter, man. I mean, Dexter, I'll always compare him with himself. That's the thing. I'll have to compare him with the best picture available on Google at any given time, right? Big Ramy is progressing by a long shot, the largest mofo on that stage, needless to say. This back is wider than Jean-Pierre Fuchs, wider than, I don't know, man, you name it, any kind of airplane, definitely. And he is surprising me, definitely progressing more than I would have guessed. I mentioned to Phil Heath this morning. I thought, bro, again, you have a solid cushion of 2 years lead, I would guess. Big Ramy, will he catch up? When will he catch up? In the next 2 years or so, we'll see how it goes, bro. Proceed, shall we? Joshua Lenartowicz, his only efficient, most muscular pose. That's the one that suits him better. Did not contract the midsection as I like it. Bonac is absolutely like a bully there, doing that crab pose, and kind of an unusual pose in a sense, kind of a hybrid between a crab and joint hand, most muscular, typical that of Boobander Rolly Winkler. Proper salute. This is kind of an old school being done by Big Ramy. I don't recall anybody doing it nowadays. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know anybody doing this kind of old school, kind of Arnold way of doing the most muscular pose? Kind of unusual. But then again, it showcases the versatility of this guy. He's definitely flexible. He can do all of them when it comes to the most muscular poses, just like Phil Heath. Dexter Jack, definitely sharp. I love the veins. I call this being anabolic. When I see veins on guys on stage, that's a good sign. And finally, we have a side chest pose between two guys who are in the same line, in a sense, in the placement, in the same waters with Dallas McCarver, those newcomers, right? Those prospects. So Josh next to Nathan Diasha. That's what's up. I'll keep you posted by the minute, pretty much. So the finals will be in about 15 minutes now. They took a 1 hour break. We'll see how it goes. Will Big Ramy better Dexter this time around? I think Big Ramy will not be in Prague. Later on in a few days. Dexter will be there. So these guys are collecting checks and also collecting qualification for next year Mr. Olympia. Stay tuned. LUI will be back in a few.